How's it going, everyone? Well, just today's Sunday, and obviously thought it'd be a good idea to go live. What's up, Chi-Town Reefer? So we're gonna wait to get some people up in here, just so I just want to really talk about some of the things that's going down. So yes, it's going down. How's everyone doing? Yeah. I mean, I had to put on a reminisce from last night. Make sure I'm uh, looking good for y'all today. What's up, Damaris? Good to see you in here. What's up, Jamie Retank? Good to see you in here. Well, what I mean when it's going down is going down. It's going down. Now, some of you guys may or may not realize that, what's going on in the aquarium. Obviously, we have a lot of things going on. A lot of people, throwing jabs, slacker. These same individuals obviously used to be on, ride. And when I mean ride, they used to ride like 40 going north. And guess what? 40 don't go north. At the end of the day, um, um, uh, I just want to let people know that it's a real shame um, how people can have problems going on in their reef aquarium and how the vultures and the wolves come out to consume other people. This is really bad for the industry. The industry doesn't need people like that. I just want to address that. Things do happen. A lot of times it is the person's fault. No, excuse me. Um, um, a lot of times we do make mistakes as hobbyists. Um, but there are times that it's not the hobbyist's fault. Okay, and I'm just being honest. Some people say, it's always everybody else's fault. I'm not the type of person to blame anybody. Now, for all you guys that's been watching what's going on as it unfolds, um, I never once said it's Fritz. Okay, I'm saying I don't have any proof. This is what I did. Now, if people are not fully watching all the way through, or they're just taking little bits and pieces and assuming, um, that's not my problem. There's a lot of people that used to follow. You guys know those certain individuals. One of them, rest in peace, that learned and got to where they're at. And I'm being honest, couldn't do anything, couldn't really grow their own stuff. They've absorbed a lot of knowledge from me. And after they got the knowledge that they, needed to get to a certain point, all of a sudden, I'm getting, jabbed in the back, stuck in the back, talked about, belittled, um, and individuals that I've never once said a bad thing about neither. It happens. This is what happens. This is the reality of how people are, and be very aware of who you associate with on social media. For anybody that wants to be into this hobby, a YouTuber or anything like this is how people act. You don't know who your true friends are. It's really hard to sit back and not become friends with people being on social media, especially when they're always around and you're always doing certain things, live streams and stuff like that. It's very hard not to form a bond with people. But what is very sad is that I'm going to continue to do what I do. And I don't care what people want to turn on me, and I don't care what people want to, try to make me look bad. That's fine. I'm going to continue to do what I love. And this hobby is what I love. I love everything about this hobby, the good, the bad, the ugly. Is it frustrating? Of course it is. But am I thin skinned? No. If they were, if people really feel who they want, they're doing this over a computer. Not one time anybody's ever said anything directly to me in my face. So it speaks volume. I'm not here to throw jabs back. I'm not going to step down to some of these people's levels. But what I am telling you is that, I'm telling you what's going on in my situation. And if people can't understand what's going on and can't understand exactly what I'm saying, whose fault is that? If people like to blame and point fingers when every kind of tragedy happens, then, whatever. It's just like all the mass shootings that are going on right now. They try to blame the guns. They're trying to do this. They're trying to say it's this, trying to say it's childhood upbringing. It's the person, or it is the gun, or it's whatever. These are the things that everybody tends to do, and I don't understand why. Yes, if there was no guns, there would be no shootings, but then there would be increase in stabbings and stuff like that. And if they took away that, they would use something else. It's always whatever. At the end of the day, people say, Rico, oh, you rushed it. No, I know exactly what I'm doing. Have we forgot how long I've been doing this? How many of you all, let's be real, how many of you all been following me from the very beginning? How much have you learned? Let's be real. How much money have you saved? How much success have you been having? So for people to sit here and be like as if I'm the villain here and I'm the bad guy and I'm just trying to, point the finger or the blame at somebody, I mean, that's complete ludicrous. How can I point the finger if I don't have actual proof of whatever? I can speculate, I can assume all I want in this industry when it comes to certain things. Now, people could crucify me. Well, they crucified Jesus too. You know what I mean? Not to bring religious into this whole thing. Some people may or may not be religious, but at the end of the day, you get what I'm saying. You can be the best of the best, and somebody will always be out there to try to knock you, to step on you, to squash you like a roach and all this. It's all about how you keep moving. And at the end of the day, they ain't doing nothing but fueling me to keep being the best of who I am and show people who I really am and be the best at what I truly love. And that's real talk. I don't care about all the comments. I'm letting the comments go. We're looking at the comments. I see a lot of things. It says to me a lot of times in a lot of different comments that I'm reading off of all these videos that I am posting up that, not everybody's actually truly listening. My intro, are you listening? And are you truly listening? Or are you just listening bits and pieces and then affirming or assuming this is what I'm saying? Anybody that's been watching this unfold since I came out and talked about this knows that I never once said it is the Fritz Salt. At the end of the day, I do know exactly what I've done, and I have every right to talk about what I've done. This is not a platform for others to try to use as a stepping stone to get recognitions for their channel or for their social media platform. This is stuff that really does happen. Second on, let me remind all of you guys, if you do Google search, if you do reef to reef, if you do your own research, since everybody loves to research, you would see that it's just not me. So it's one thing if it was just me. I don't care about any other YouTuber that is miserable out here, because there are some that just wants to be, I'm the king of YouTube. This doesn't mean anything to me, just to make sure you all know that. But if you really want to do your research and really would like to dig deep into it, I suggest you do that before bumping the traps, because I am not the only one. And the exact same thing that I was saying that I was witnessing, a ton of people are the same, doing the exact same thing. The information is out there. It's just not me. If you choose to use your computers, your social media, type on the keyboard to do your research, you would see why is it I'm not the only one saying the exact same thing. So can everybody be lying about this? Can everybody just oh, it's just Rico or whatever? Listen, do your research. Stop showing the hate of what somebody else is experiencing. See, people are getting off that this is happening to my aquarium. Are you crazy? Why would you get off on somebody else's failures right now? I don't understand these things. Please help me understand. Maybe I'm just slow. Maybe it's in my face and I just can't see it. Maybe so. Maybe I'm going to help more trolls come out and just run their mouth. That's fine. At the end of the day, who looks ignorant? The same ones that want to run their mouth are the same ones that loved me when I very first started YouTube. The same ones that learned so much. The same ones that are being so very successful now. The same ones that grew from my channel. The same ones, everything. Where are you at now? Well, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to be who I am. And I'm going to be true to myself and true to everybody that follows me. I don't care if the good, the bad, the ugly. This wasn't easy to get on social media and talk about this. The majority, 99.9% of people, if this would have happened to, would have not talked about it. They would have played it off. They would have got ghost. They would have did all these other things or sugarcoated the situation and did whatever. Why is it so hard to believe that maybe it is what it is? Maybe just because I don't have proof or this or that, why is it so hard to believe that maybe it is assault? I mean, not saying that it is, but at the same time, I told you my story. I'm telling you what I've done. So why is it so hard to believe that mistakes just can't happen? Why is it everybody else got to be right because of who somebody is, or people that don't have a voice, it gets swept under the rug? And people that have a voice, oh, you're lying, and all of a sudden you're going to ride on somebody else's team. Why? For free product? For what? Is it because we're going to make them look good so I can get some free boxes of salt? I mean, let's be real. Why else would it? Why? What's so hard to believe in what I'm saying? Anybody? What's so hard to believe in what I'm saying? What makes my situation the talk of lazy, slack? Well, guess what? I can be lazy and I can be slack. You know why? Because I have my method. Why? Because when I'm on the road and whatever, I had to have my method. Why is everybody all of a sudden that, you know, that ain't here right now doing what I did? Why is everybody running to go buy calcium reactors? Why is everybody doing all these other stuff? If I'm such a slacker, what does that make you? The same ones that want to talk. Okay? At the end of the day, I'm not saying my method's the only method. I'm not saying my method is the right method. But my method does create consistency and stability for myself. How about that? Let me just sum it up like that. So, what's the problem out here? Why does every platform, when it comes to social media, got to have all of a sudden the lynch mob, the cliques that want to kind of come and congregate together, well known to me as the rejects of reefing, to try to create turmoil and create all these bad environments for good platform for people to get great information, for people to be able to see what products are good, what ain't good, what's your experience with it. Why is it that everybody's always trying to shut people up for speaking the truth or for telling it like it is? Why? What is in it for you? What are you getting? How much are you getting paid for this? You know what I mean? Like, for real talk. Is there something that we don't know? I mean, are you getting, you know, salary, 60 grand, 120 grand a year? What is it? To all of a sudden jump ship and start riding on somebody else. Oh, because you want a piece of what I do. Well, you can never do what I do. Get your resume up. Get your time. Pay your dues. Pay your respects. Who are you? I don't know. And just like these companies don't know you, but don't think they won't use you. Why not? Free publicity. At the end of the day, I'm not here to bash. Today's Sunday. We're going to church today. Just saying. I'm not here to cause turmoil. I'm not here to go to war. I'm here to be professional about what it is that I'm doing on social media and helping others. Why is it that I can help everybody, and then the ones that finally start getting it want to stick ice picks in my back? That is strange. Everybody that's been here, been following me a long time, look who's not here anymore. That's all I got to say about that. Why is that? Why is that? That's funny to me. That's funny. Oh, because you became better than me. Because I gave you enough sauce to be successful, and now you're doing great. Now it's time to go ahead and, and ride on everybody else's team, huh? I hope that it works out for those individuals. I hope they stay friends forever and ever and ever and ever. There is no place to come back here in my social media network. Those people can stay gone. I don't need those type of people in my life. I don't want those type of people in my life. Don't care about their little goon squad to constantly bring up and make all these fake accounts, Instagrams, all these other things. I'm not wasting my time doing that. Why are you so mad? Is what my understand. I don't understand. Why are people so mad at me being on social media? Why are you so mad after you done got the sauce and learning how to keep reef tanks? What is it that you're so mad about? What is it? You want to be in my shoes? Keep doing what you're doing. You're not going to get there by creating this type of stuff, because let me tell you, companies, the industry watches. Okay? So all this drama and stuff that likes to be created, it's bad for business. It's bad for the community. It's bad for these companies. They don't want that stuff. They don't want that. Okay? They don't want that. So y'all, those individuals can keep on playing the games, and they can keep on whatever and keep their little tight little mob together, their little secret society, and keep doing things like that. At the end of the day, each and every one of you that has a problem, that is on social media, that wants to talk about whatever is going on, you do that. You have every right to do that. Nobody here is your daddy. Nobody can tell you what you can and cannot do. You put up what you need to put up and get out to help other people. You pay, just like me and all the hours that I spent on social media, live streams, and all this stuff that I gave up my time that I could have spent with my friends, my family, my kids, to give back of all my knowledge to everybody across the platform. You guys out there that doing what I do, you need to continue to spread that love. I've been doing my part. But don't let nobody else tell you and try to put you down and make you feel this big because of what you're saying, as if you're wrong for talking about how you feel. That is BS. And I'm doing everything in my power to keep my attitude in check. Everything in my power to look at this as a positive thing. Thank you, my haters. Thank you, because all you're doing is giving me more fuel, making me know and truly believe in what I'm doing is the right thing. Period, point blank. That's what you're doing for me. Because if I wasn't doing the right thing, you wouldn't be here right now. You would be here right now kissing my butt. You would. If I wasn't doing the right thing, you'd be here. It's not that I'm tired of seeing it. I'm just tired that I know that I can handle the situation, but what about the people that may not be able to handle the situation? What about the people that crawl up underneath the rock and hide and never speak of such again? What about those people that got swept under the rug? What about those people, the voices that people don't even really know or know who they are? What about those people that constantly, that's what you wonder why people don't want to say nothing on social media? Because of people like that. Because of people like that. And that's just real talk. I'm allowed to tell you what's going on. I think you guys expect me to tell you what's going on, how my tank is running. Not just the successful of my tank, but if I had a problem with my tank. Never let anybody tear you down. That's what social media is good for. They use it as a platform to be bullies. They use it as a platform. And the funny thing is, you know, people say a lot, but they really don't know who they really playing with half the time on the other end of the keyboard. But that's all right because somehow they feel safe. Um, don't worry about those individuals. Y'all keep doing what y'all do. This is supposed to be a beautiful place. Um, I'm going to make it beautiful, regardless. I don't care. You're always going to have those. Block, delete, send. It is what it is. Well, you know, you positive things and it gets deleted. Well, that's just because you're dealing with miserable people. Like I said, I'm not here, you know, to, you know, there's a lot of comments, and I have to really look at the comments really closely as far as, you know, how somebody's saying things. There's quite a few people that need to learn how to talk with somebody instead of out at them. Text messages really come off really crazy on when it comes to social media or just anything. I personally don't like texting because it can be taken the wrong way every time. So it's very hard for me to read some of the text messages and stuff and not take it too personal. At the end of the day, though, I do see a lot of people that, you know, are only coming in here in bits and pieces. You have to really go from the beginning when I first started and listen to everything I said. I never said that Fritz killed my corals. Okay, I said X, Y happened, and Z was the consequences of doing X, Y. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe Triton test will say something. Maybe it won't. I'm not confident in it at the end of the day. Second off, when it comes to this dry rock, live rock BS, yes, I'm a firm believer in live rock. This dry rock that everybody talks about and blah, 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 blah. To be quite honest, after 10 months and really sitting back thinking about it and talking to all these other people that, yeah, I can name drop. They'll troll them. You wouldn't. But at the end of the day, or maybe you would, but you would lose. You know, at the end of the day, 10 months in or whatever with the rock in the water ain't going to do all that. Now, people can say, oh, false fates, false fates, false fates, false fates, false fates. Well, I feed very heavy. And yes, I can keep still low false fates, but feed a ton of stuff to make sure corals and stuff and everybody's eating and doing all that. And, you know, people say, well, you can't compare it from your other tanks and blah, blah, blah. Why can't I? Water's water. At the end of the day, water's water. It is what it is, you know. I've been running now for a couple of days. Pure. Just checked my my Raja Rampage that y'all seen it yesterday on the live stream, and it paused. Ain't nothing else so far has went out. It's paused. Only thing I did different right now is put this stuff right here in my aquarium. That's the only thing I've done. Now, I ain't going to get no salt till tomorrow sometime. So, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days. 4 days. At the end of the day, that's the only thing I've done. So far, I'm not losing anything else. Shrimp still alive, clam still alive. Actually, the clam stopped the burping stuff, trying to constantly burp, whatever the heck it was doing. The clam has stopped that. Euphilia, still tight. Some of them are open, but majority is really tight. No more SPS loss. No more chalice loss so far. None of that. So, that's what's going on as we speak. But when it comes to this stuff, man, I've never once. People can speculate all they want. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm changing. Just because I'm doing something doesn't mean that people need to try to tear me down for doing something that I feel that, hey, All I know is I was doing this. This has happened. I'm going to change and see what happens. You know, the funny part is if I change and everything bounces back and starts blooming, then what? What is it, a coincidence? Because I'm not changing anything else. What would y'all be, the responses to these people would be then? Oh, my false face. Oh, my net cleaner. Or, I don't know. But I'm sure it will be something else. The same ones that saying that I'm blaming, but they would blame me that it's something else or tell me that it's something else. As if they know my system. As if they got the time and experience that I have to assess situations. As if, and it's coming from people that are doing what I do. It's coming from people that is awful funny that they did everything I did and now they're successful, but now they can tell me what it is. Now they can tell me my problems. That is really funny. Listen, people, for all you good people out here in this hobby, if you share your stuff, don't let the bad people ruin it for you. Keep plugging along. Get your story out. Regardless if you get the most hate mail, hate everything, keep doing what you're doing. Ignore it. Don't let them get to you because that's all they want to do. They want to sweep you under the rug. They want to steal your thunder, man. They want to steal everything about you. They want to bury you. Don't let them do it. And second off, if you know that you're experiencing this and then you turn around and you start getting forms and stuff sent to you of all this stuff that I didn't even know of everybody having the exact same issues that you're having, you might want to really, really reevaluate what's going on. All I'm saying is everybody can't be lying. Everybody can't be saying they experience the exact same thing across the country of this. You can't tell me that, listen, every salt manufacturer has had bad batches of salt. Every salt manufacturer out there, I don't care who you want to go to. I don't care what salt you want to use, including Instant Ocean. They all have had their bad batches. Do your research on that. At the end of the day, it happens. At the end of the day, I'm not saying it is, Fritz. All I'm saying is this is what happened. So for everybody that thinks that that's what I said, are you listening? Are you hearing what I'm saying? Because there's a big difference me coming out and verbally saying it, and it's another difference between me telling you when I did this and this happened. Every time I did this happened. There's a big difference between coming out flat out saying Fritz killed my corals than me just telling you what I done, and every time I done this happened. I understand this is a lot for people to understand because it's me, maybe because of who I am, and you know, this should have never happened to Rico. Well, what makes me immune to bad things happening? I'm no different than any of y'all out here. What makes me different? Because I got 24 years in or so? Like, does that mean that bad stuff can't happen? What makes me so immune and better than anybody else? Because, far as I know, I'm no better than anybody else out here. Oh, because I got seniority? What does seniority mean? Okay, well, I'm more aware of what goes on, how things go, whatever. But what makes me better? I never put myself on that pedestal. I'm at a show, people want to try. No, I'm no different than you. Anybody that's ever met me at a show. How am I at a show? Do I walk around with my chest out? I'm better than everybody? I don't think so. I don't think so. I like to go and have fun and hang out and talk and laugh and joke. I don't go around as if I'm Don Juan, the mob here of reefing. Now, there is a clan running around that acts like they are, but it is what it is. I don't know how that happened because there was garbage before, they got a hold of me. So that's funny that happened. I'm one angry dress church dude today. No, I'm not angry. I'm just trying to look, present myself on Sunday proper for y'all. How about that? Not angry. Uh, um, I get upset. I get upset because I know how these things can wreak havoc on a community when it comes to the trash talk, the people that like to stir the pots, the people that, how do you look even opening your mouth knowing you was used to ride right here along? You made videos. You made all kinds of stuff talking about me in a positive light, but all of a sudden now you hate me. You hate me. You are where you at, and I'm going to say it live because of me. I'm saying it. I hope y'all listening out there, all my haters. You're where you're at because of me. That's why you're where you're at, not anybody else. Let's get that straight. Sorry, I had to just voice that really quickly. I'm no different than anybody, though. The internet is very toxic. It's a very toxic place, but it's a great place. It's a place that facts 100%, been watching since day one. Thanks, Tom. Hope they listening. Me too, Tom. Jay Carey. Appreciate all that, guys. It's a beautiful place as well. It's a very beautiful place. It's just certain individuals try to make it nasty. And I'm trying to show you guys that it doesn't got to be nasty. Don't worry about people trolling you, sending you stuff privately on Instagram, which I know all this that goes on. Okay? I know all the little pictures and all the little things that they all want to say about poor old Rico. Why are you saying all these things, bro? Why are you saying them? Why are you so mad? That's the $1 million question. Why are you so mad? How can you be mad at me when you learned from me and you got to where you at from me? Yes, you might have, after you got the sauce, doing your own thing and buying your own equipment and buying your own salt and buying this. But you were listening the whole time and you executed what I was saying. And you finally got it. And you finally started growing SPS. And you're finally getting it. But you hate me. Well, let me tell you something. For all my haters out there, at the end of the day, I got nothing but love for all y'all. But I don't have to kick it with you, and I will never kick it with you ever again. And at the end of the day, I forgive you. I forgive you for everything each and every one of y'all have ever said about me. I forgive you because at the end of the day, I want to sleep good at night. I don't know about y'all, but I want to sleep good, and that's that. I forgive you, and I'm going to keep it moving. And that's all it's doing. I told y'all what I had, what has happened, what it done, and that's that. If you guys can't respect me telling my story, I don't know what to say. So y'all can keep on hating on me. Y'all can keep on showing how ugly you are, because I'm not going to show how ugly I can be, because you know what? Two wrongs don't make a right. And there's no sense of me going down the black hole and the misery that you guys are having right now in your own personal lives. That's all I got to say about that. I'm not going down that dark hole with you. I'm going to keep striving and making other people get that sauce. That's it. And they're going to be successful. And they're going to be, period. And I'm sure some of the same ones that might be here right now are going to try it once they got the sauce. Forget Rico, try to stab him, but I don't care. Because from this point on, I'm worried about Rico. I'm not here to be anybody else's friend. My friendship with people is over. I'm here to help, and that's it. My messages, my experiences stop on YouTube, and that's it. There is no private calls. There is no any of that. I'm going to continue to do what I need to do, get my point across, and keep it moving. That's what I'm going to do. So it is what it is. You know, hopefully everybody, thanks, Stan. I appreciate it, man. I had to still At least, hey, Dan, I just had to be a little bit proper like you, but I can't be as fly as you. But, you know, I try to look a little presented today since it is Sunday, Dan. Um, but, yeah, I'm just, you know, it's really funny because I never did anything personal to these people. I really didn't, besides call them out when I knew that there was some BS, and there was a lot of sneakery behind my back, and all that. And when you confront bullies and when you confront people, they become the victims, and they try to play the part and keep that part rolling as if they're the victims. But if people really listen at what's coming out, the post, and watching what's going on, they're going to see those people for who they really are. It's like, damn, okay, I thought you and Rico's boys. I thought you and Rico's cool. Why all of a sudden the change of heart? Let's be real. Why is the change of heart? I even said to one individual, another individual's going to come in between us. Nah, man, never in a million years, man. I'm telling you, no. I called that as if it was yesterday. I'm not Miss Cleo. But at the end of the day, people's actions speak louder than words. People don't even realize how their body language tells on them. So for them to do that, and I can't say one bad thing about this person, and y'all might already know who I'm talking about. I can't even say one bad thing about them. This person never even did anything wrong to me. I've never done anything wrong to them. Nobody can say I said a damn thing about this person. But all of a sudden, it's a problem. That's fine. I hope that individual has a blessed, beautiful life, grows very old, and has a successful whatever they do. But at the end of the day, people just need to keep my name out their mouth. That's all. Because I've never done a damn thing to anybody on here besides tell it like it is. And I know the truth hurts. And I understand that the truth doesn't feel good. But instead of taking it as a negative, why wouldn't you take it as a positive or as a stepping stone to become better? That's the things that I don't understand. This is a beautiful community. This is a beautiful thing. Why is certain individuals got to be so miserable and try to create all this turmoil and all this stuff for what? For what? I have no understanding for this. People can't tell their story without being crucified. People can't say anything. People can't speculate what they think may be happening. Speculating and knowing is two different things. I didn't know that it went hand in hand. Not at all. I do know that I'm running this period now for quite a few days, and things have really came to a halt. I do know that. And I know that this stuff is like on steroids. So if it's pulling nutrients and it's pulling all this, and if I'm really at, zero nutrients and all this stuff, then why ain't stuff still Think about this, guys. If I'm using carbon, like this carbon that's like steroids, that's pulling organics and all this stuff. Think about this. I'm going to help people really understand this. If I'm using something that's doing this, but everybody's saying it's nutrients and it's this and this, I know what I'm feeding. Okay? I know how much I'm feeding. Okay? Even with a skimmer, I know how much I'm feeding. So if it's this, then why ain't everything else continue to die off? That's funny to me. Because my Raja Rampage, it pretty much dang there. And then it stopped. I put this in and it stopped. Why is nothing else dying off right now? If it's taking organics, it's taking all this out the system, then even the stuff that the corals need, why ain't the rest that's here checking out? That's funny. That's funny. But it's false faith, it's this, it's that. It's everything, including my fault. Well, yeah, too much carbon was the problem. Yeah, 1 canister of carbon. I just added 10 bags of steroid carbon. 10 bags to the system. 10 bags appeared to my system. That's funny. But yeah, it's the carbon. I've heard that too. Too much carbon. Yeah, I heard that too. Mm-hmm. Yep. Stick to what you know. Yeah. You know, sometimes it's just a bad thing. You get certain things because of, you know, you try to get to the bottom of certain things to help people. Um, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you can't just help people. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, and that's it. Yep, you learn from everyone's experience. Thanks for sharing yours. Hey, not a problem. Um, do you, Rico? Don't let these miserable people get to you. You know what you're doing, and you know when something tells you it's not right, it's not right. It's called gut instinct. And exactly, that's exactly what it is. Um, why did you switch from Fritz to Fritz from Instant Ocean? Only reason I did that is because of a lot of people kept saying, Rico, you're going to try Fritz, you're going to try Fritz, you're going to try Fritz. You know, we like to know your personal experience, you know, or hear what you got to say about it. And ever since I've been on it, you got to remember, I've been in 15 boxes. That's another, oh, I didn't tell you guys that. Went through 15 boxes. 15 boxes. I'm on the second 10 pack of boxes, okay, when all this started happening from the very first box. I just didn't put two and two together, by the way. Just thought I'd put that out there. Yeah, and most people don't share when something goes wrong. That's for real, Dan. That's for real. Yep, they love to show off when things are going great and get real quiet when things go the other way. 110%, Dan. 110% the truth, period, on social media for sure. Everybody wants to be the man and look like they did better than everybody else, and nothing goes wrong. Nothing goes wrong. And if it does, it's that person's fault, period. Um, but yeah, people don't know or may not know that I did go through 15 boxes without a problem. Okay, here's my thing. All I'm telling you is to go do your research. I'm not the only one that's experiencing the exact same situation. I'm not the only one. So, what are you guys going to say about these other people? Oh, it's their fault. It's their fault too. That's what the trolls are going to say, that it's these people's fault. That's what's going to happen. Why is it their fault? Why? How are they experiencing the same thing I'm experiencing? I don't even know these people from a can of paint. So how are they experiencing what I'm experiencing and the exact same thing? I don't understand that. Um, it is what it is. Um, it didn't start, after, considering everything, I'm like, wow. Didn't start until I had these other boxes. So, just because you have great success and you've been running it for a year now, I'm going to be honest, my tank, I've had it for a year. I don't know if you guys realize that. And boy, does time does fly. Does it sure fly. Okay, water's been in this tank for what? What, Dan? What, at least water's been in the tank for a year? Say 11 months? Maybe say 10 months. Rock and water. Okay? Been in the tank for that long. And I will share how I'm going to plan to flush the system once I get the stuff to flush the system. Right now, I'm not doing a whole bunch. I'm letting this pier, see if this pier is like everybody says, which I don't believe they're going to send it. And knowing me, if it ain't doing what it say it will do. Corals halted, came to a halt in what it were doing. No more any acros that looked like that were going out has stopped. Yes, there's still white skeletons and skin on some, but it stopped. It didn't keep going. So that's a good sign with this period stuff. And I'm probably going to keep a bucket of this around for future. I don't care if it stales, it goes bad. I don't know if it does, but I'm going to keep some just in case something ever happens. At least I got something to throw right at my system immediately when it happens. Okay. When I start noticing something's not right. Because this is crazier stuff than just your regular carbon. So I will keep that, but I'll be doing water changes probably tomorrow, starting my bills of running up lots of water and stuff like that. So just saying. My point is that I ran this salt now for quite some time. Only thing I can tell you about the salt that is mixes up very fast. Other than that, everything seemed to be doing just fine. Corals were encrusting. All that stuff was being done with that salt. All I'm saying is I got another batch. All I'm saying is when I started using that, all I'm saying is things start to look real crazy. So, am I wrong for saying and telling you what I'm seeing with my own two eyes? Or should I just be like everybody else, stop making videos for a while, hurry up and go grab a bunch of new corals, put them into places where the old ones were, and then come back when things are fine? Is that what I should do? Should I be like everybody else? Just saying, should I be like everybody else? 99% water change, that's what I do, but I'm a bad reefer. Nobody's a bad reefer. You're just unexperienced and you're learning. Everybody starts from the exact same place. There's no such thing as a bad reefer, okay, as far as I'm concerned. You know, you're not maybe knowledgeable, maybe, you're learning. And the only way you're going to get, I knew you were going to come in and say that, Dan. I knew you were going, Dan, I understand that. There are some, but when you're first starting off and you're new to the hobby, it's not a bad reefer. You don't know what to believe. You're going by everything you hear and stuff like that. Now, once you've been in the hobby a long time and you're just like, whatever, don't care, whatever, then that's a bad reefer. But as far as being new and making lots of mistakes, that's not a bad reefer. You're just trying to find your way, and you're trying to find where you need to be with your system and stuff like that. And it's very confusing for new people coming in because you hear so much different things. So yes. Yeah, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does the boo-boo thing. Nobody's immune to that. Everybody does it. We all do become lazy and stuff like that. At the end of the day, I know who I am. So I set my stuff to make sure it accommodates who I am as a person. And, if I'm running around and I'm constantly running, then my system needs to be set up to compensate who I am as a person. If I'm at a home and I got my computer desk here and I'm working here all day, every day, then I probably don't need to have anything really automated and all kinds of stuff, any of that kind of stuff on my system. I should be able to manually do everything. And if I want to do two-part, then two-part, whatever the case may be. Even though that would never be the case because I know calcium reactors do. But at the end of the day, you get what I'm saying. It is what it is. You get what I'm saying. And that's that. So with that being said, does anybody have any questions for me? Did I clear up a lot of, what I actually said and not said and all that? If anybody has, if some of you guys have comments, you want to drop them, then hey, drop them. Keeping a reef tank is learning experience. Yep. Been following along, assuming the only change was the salt from this combo. Yeah. Is the tank looking better yet? Yes, Dan, that's what I was just saying. That the tank, I put this Pureit stuff in. I never personally used it. I didn't know about it until this happened. I think it was Gabe and stuff like that on here was saying it's good stuff. Somebody mentioned it, whatever. That box was sent to me, or bucket, should I say, was sent to me. And then it was explained to me that there was other situations similar, just like mine, without saying any names, they said, that this stuff stops the melting of corals. My chalice, I've been watching that. It was really whatever going out the door. I put this stuff in. Now it's been a couple days. There's nothing else that's going on. There's no more coral receding, no more tissue loss of what's left of the Raja rampage. There's none of that going on at all. So I still have some zoas that are tight, some zoas that are open, some euphilia that are tight, and stuff like that. So with that being said, I would say yes. It's it's a standstill, should I say? It's at a standstill. Hey Rico, Justin, like fan today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did I keep any blue cloves? I think I have a piece left there. I think Fan might still have some. Fan and Ben over there were trying to grow it out at Tidal Gardens. I don't know. He can let you know. I don't know if it's growing fast or how it's growing for him. But if it does, and if and when it grows, they'll be selling it there since so many people wanted it. So I'll make sure Ben had some, gave him some to grow out. I'm new in the hobby. Your videos has helped me a lot. Well, thank you, Wade Walker. I'm grateful for people like you in the hobby that keeps it real and honest. Keep doing you and continue your journey. Well, thank you. Instant Ocean, they have proven themselves. Like I said, every salt manufacturer, this is not a bashing on Fritz, but every salt manufacturer has had their bad batches and bad times in this industry. All I'm saying is I've been in 15 boxes. I'm on the next 10 boxes, and this is what happened. That's all I'm saying. I don't have any scientific proof or anything like that, so therefore I'm going to let it rest. There's nothing else that I need to really say about this situation as far as I'm concerned. All I need to do is talk about what I'm going to be doing to moving forward. This is first things first, is I did this purity stuff. Second thing is getting more salt in to swap out my water, to make water. So these are the next videos that you guys really are live, or however I choose to do it, is what you guys need to see. What am I doing to change, to fix or rectify this situation? Because at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, it's dead. You know, as far as, you know, what's what. You know, I can wait on the ICP test. Several people, like I said, I've talked to said they don't believe that it's going to show anything. And if it does, it really doesn't mean anything because it's got to be some kind of contaminants. That's what it's got to be. Yes, you can show low nutrients. That doesn't mean anything to me. Now, I know people, you know, whatever. Now, if it shows metals or something like that, that's a problem too. You know, if it was to show something, the only problem is I'm looking at some of the inverts and stuff like that, and why ain't they being affected? So I, you know, once again, I don't know. What's up, K-Town? How's it going? Hello, everybody that's tuning in on this. But that's all I can do. That's it. All I can do is do a test just to appease others and just to kind of see if there's something there. But, you know, if there's something there that we're not testing for, then it's not going to show up anyway. Let's just be real. I don't know why people are so gun-ho about ICP. Yes, when it comes to water parameters or certain things, okay, whatever. I can see you want to match apples and oranges to what you probably can test for, and then have a somewhat of an idea of things that you can't test for that they're testing for. But other than that, you know, it is what it is. Nothing against ICP at all. It's, you know, I will probably do this for you guys maybe every 90 days, maybe for every 4 months, maybe send one out for you guys that just want to see my numbers. A lot of you guys are really concerned and really want to know what my numbers are in my aquarium. Maybe we could do updates of that and show you exactly what's going on. So that helps you guys have a trend of what's being what in my aquarium, I guess. And you can see any kind of fluctuations from, you know, 4 month, you know, 8 month, 12 month, whatever the case may be, or every 3 months, every 90 days. I don't know yet. We'll get to that when that time comes. I wonder if Purity would help with algae issues as well. I have no idea. It's my first time using it. I don't know anything about it. All I know is that so far nothing else is receding or checked out. And I really don't even want to say that because I don't want to jinx it. But at the same time, so far everything has came to a halt. And that's what it was told to me, that what was going to happen is things just going to come to a halt. You won't have anything else going on. So far, so it's being true to the word that was sent to me. So don't know. Um, I had different batch numbers too. So at the same time, on the let's see. Is there any other tank you use, Fritz? On the first batch, I set up the JBJ with it, but everything's fine over there. Well, I got Euphilia over there and stuff like that, and Colorado, this Colorado or Chicago sunburst them over there. It's fine, and then this stuff don't get water changes, so. Um, I think when we set it up, I think it was we did set it back up with a fresh batch, the first batch though, and everything over there is still fine. Besides, I got some crazy algae that I get time to time, and I don't clean it out. Uh, I just let it sit there, but everything that's in there is still holding on, and the calcium reactor is not on. That's the funny part. Calcium reactor is not on, and only feed a couple pellets to the fish here and there that's left in there. So the nutrients got to be down. The alkalinity is probably at 3 or 4 in this frag tank behind me, and everything's still fine. So, hey, I'm just saying, it is what it is. Um, are you ditching Fritz? If so, what are you plans on using as a replacement? I'm going to it was either Instant Ocean or Neo Marine. They're helping out with the salt, so I'll let you guys know that now. Full disclosure, they're going to help with change out the salt, so I took them up on their offer. I'm going to try it, and at the end of the day, it's also about what BRS said with them there. Also, the fact that Worldwide Corals use it, and they got a brood stock out of this world. So if they've been using it, that says a whole lot. So I'll give it a shot as well. So that's what I'm going with. I'm going to, as people pull on, baby. That you said you're using Brightwell. Neo Marine is Brightwell. Nope, I ain't getting no salt yet. So I did not get any salt yet. I'm waiting. I trust and believe. I will be glad to go live, glad to make a video for y'all to show you exactly what's what. It's not a problem. Not at all. I'm going to bounce back from this. I've got a lot of love and support. Yep, Justin. That's yeah, that's right. Yep. When you get the results for ICP, what do you say? Check your uranium. Okay, I will definitely do that. I know how much this sucks. I wiped out 90% of my corals in my 500-gallon system with a bad mistake almost a year ago. Mine was my fault though. It happens. It can happen to anybody. If it was something that I seriously thought I did, oh, I have no problem saying, hey, I screwed up. You know, this is what I did. And I would go through the whole steps with you and exactly what I did. So nobody else would make that same mistake. All right, Fan, thank you so much for stopping in. Find a place to watch the Brownies. Yeah, when I'm not watching the Browns, I'm going to watch some catch up on the series of Power or something. Day one, so I can see people don't keep up. Hey, reefer smoking reefer, there you go. So Tropic Marin is 100% pharmaceutical grade. Yep, it is. But once again, I have a lot on my plate. And I don't have that type of money to throw at, salt. When I can just simply go back to Instant Ocean or something that is the budget of all budgets for salt as well. Or Neo Marine or, whatever other budget we're using, Coral Pro, whatever. Red Sea Pro, whatever. I'm just going where I'm I'm comfortable at, from what I've heard, from what I know. People with big brood stocks as well, system. You know, I could have easily went with Omega. You know, if fan uses. You know, I went any direction I wanted to go, but when you got a company that says on BRS, you know, about as far as, you know, how do they get featured, and they said, well, we don't want to be featured unless we deserved it or earned it. That says a whole lot too, and I gotta go with Ryan on that from BRS. I don't know if you guys seen that whole talk or anything. Excuse me, but at the end of the day, for a company to sit there and say that kind of stuff, that makes me say, well, you know, you're basically saying if our stuff ain't good, you know, we don't want you to even basically sell it here. So I go by, you know, I listen. So sometimes you got to do a little less this and a lot more of this to really see things for what they are and who they are. So has it been a pain to adjust pain to adjust the dosing? No, not a dose. I'm not. No, it's set it and forget it. My stuff is still the same, no matter what, coral loss or not. I'm telling you, I just love calcium reactors. At the end of the day, I'm just being honest with you. It is what it is. Yeah. Let's see. How are you doing? How are you going to credit Brightwell Aquatics for success in your aquarium? What do you mean, how am I going to credit? I'm not understanding that. My ALK's not budging, 8.7, calcium 496, magnesium 1578, and it really doesn't budge. And it's, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, my average is 8.7 alkalinity. That's my average. You know, stuff like that. But get a little bit more detail on what you mean by crediting. My average on calcium's 487. Stuff like that, man. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's not budging. pH even right now, it's at 8.17. You know, temperature's 79, which it goes between 77 point whatever to 79. I allow those little fluctuations. Same thing, no different with metal halides, were actually big fluctuations. That's surprising that the levels haven't dropped. No, it's not surprising. It's called a calcium reactor. Even when things trying to go somewhere else, calcium reactor says, guess what? Stay right here. But, you know, people don't listen. You know, people do what they want to do. At the end of the day, I'm just going to tell people what I do, the reasons why I do it. People choose to do what I do, so be it. If people see great success from trying copying what I do, thank you. Give credit where credit's due. If not, do that as well. At the end of the day, calcium reactor, you can't budge a calcium reactor. You can't budge. The only way it's going to budge is when it runs out of CO2. You are not budging it, okay? So it's really going to stay right. It's going to do this. It's not doing that. But nobody listens. Nobody listens. You know, nobody listens. Find out for yourself. If you're not running one, go get one. Try it. Let me know how you feel about it. But anyway, you think that stuff will fix anything in your system? What? The Pureit stuff? Let me help you out. Salty Blue, All Aquatics. I'm telling you that I was told that this and this is going to happen once I put it in there. I was told from several other people saying, hey, that's some good stuff. What I didn't know that I've been running some Brightwell stuff for a long time. I used the potassium and strong TM powders and stuff like that. People know this even before this system was even up. People asked me when I very first got on YouTube. So that's nothing new here. But what I could say is I didn't know. All I'm saying is things are dying. Things were still dying. I put that in. I watched my Raja Rampage challenge that is really, people seen that the other day, and there's no more skin losing. It's still holding on. What's left is now still what's left. It didn't go further. So maybe that's a coincidence. All I'm saying is now it's been 4 days. So nothing else is losing. I haven't lost nothing else. Any SPS that's still holding on, that was holding on, not, or stripping, is still the exact same. So right now, that's just my assessment. I don't know what you would say about that, but I'm just saying that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm experiencing. Question: do you think this hobby turning like team support, where fans have their team and are against the other team no matter what? That's what people are trying to create, Jeff's Reef Tank. What happens is, Jeff, what I see is when people see, everybody starts off on a neutral platform. And when people start to see somebody start to do more, I guess, good, or however you want to see it, see more spotlighted, I guess, or being more spotlighted, it causes people that, when you were here, it causes the group of certain people to become bitter and causes animosity. And they still try to be cool with you, but at the end of the day, they feel a certain type of way deep down, and it's only a matter of time before those emotions come out, and you see what you see in the community. It's sad. Instead of being happy for other people being successful or moving somewhere or making reefing communities or the just period awesome, animosity, jealousy, what else can it be? I don't need to just say that. You guys can see that, whether you want to admit to it or not, because you don't want to be trolled for speaking up, which a lot of people do. A lot of people agree with a lot of things that I've said, but a lot of people won't speak up because they're afraid of retaliation and being trolled. That's just the honest to God's truth. And they just want to sit there and play mutual, and don't want to get in the middle. That's not getting in the middle. It is what it is. You have every right to speak up too. But people tries to be everybody's friend. I try to be a lot of people's friend. Social media, I got close to people, and the people I really did get close to, the majority of them turned on me. And that's just why who's left is just who's left, and I'm done. So that's just it. I'm not, and I will continue to help, and I'll continue to make the content, and I'll continue, that. But as far as really getting close to me, and that's not happening no more. And I learned a valuable lesson from a lot of this stuff on YouTube. I realized why a lot of the bigger YouTube channels don't socialize too much or whatever, because it doesn't end well for them. Attaching and becoming really cool and thinking you really have a genuine friendship with people, for them to turn around and hurt you and stab you in the back, that's a big letdown. Doesn't matter who you are, how tough you are, this stuff that doesn't feel good at all. Totally agree, Jeff. And I think it all has to do with social media. It does. It has a lot to do with who's growing and all that. If I was really, really honestly concerned about my growth, I would definitely not. I would definitely watch a lot of things that I said on social media, not to be funny. While everybody else is trying to be something they're not, and not being who they really are in person outside of their workplace or their job. I'm like this at my job. You know what I mean? I'm like this at the reef shows. I'm like this on YouTube. That's them. You go into different characters. It's like people on the phone, pick up the phone, they're talking, and then they answer the phone. Hello, can I help you? Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, let me go get them real quick, okay? Okay, hold on real quick. They do that type of stuff. I see that all the time. Why are you so fake? Yeah, what's up, man? Hello? Oh, nah, they ain't here. All right, talk to you later. Bye. I mean, what happened to all that? Why don't you keep that same energy? Why don't you be exactly who you why don't you keep that same energy? So why are you faking it? That's not you. That ain't how you answer the phone. So why all of a sudden you trying to be a secretary? Hello? You know what I mean? Let's get real. I'm just being honest. Hey, and I was thinking the same thing. Then what I miss? Yeah, Salty Lou is definitely, I think, yeah, CSI. As a matter of fact, I mean, Salty Lou, I'll be honest with you. I've tried to um, be respectful once again, but I really think you're, you know, and not crossing the line, but it's very suspect. That is for sure. So I hope it's just your personality and you're not really being a troll here. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know exactly my thoughts. I'm going to help out you out when you get it all under control. Oh, well, thank you. Money, not an issue for me. Well, I appreciate that and thank you so much. Um, just so he knows it was me. Rico, no. You're a fan? Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, guys, Two Please, thank you, man. Two Please is running, man. He's always running. Comes in, drops $2 and runs. But no, I hope everybody understands that I'm not here blaming anything. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm 110% sure it's not my fault. And for all the haters out there, take it for what it's worth, man. I forgive each and every one of y'all for doing what you're doing or trying to do to me. I got nothing but love. And I'm going to just keep it moving. So y'all keep on hating if you want to hate or stop it at this point. I'm going to keep moving forward and keep doing what it is that I do and what I know how to do is make a killer tank. So that's what it's going to be. And I'm going to catch you guys later. Thanks everyone for hanging out, listening. You guys want me to leave this up? I'll leave it up for everybody to go back, watch. Catch you guys later.